Here we go. I know, driver already coming out so soon, but we are here, round 6 for the LRS Laguna Seca Legends Invitation, the big one of the Pro Series. And over here we'll see who's going to be the winner and who's going to be partaking with not only the LRS formula testing, but also we'll be driving the LMP1 at the Legends Endurance, which will be the big event for the entirety of the LRS. That's the LRS will always after every 5 seasons will be running something called the LRS Legends Endurance, which will see drivers from all across the series. Well, currently it is the just the LRS Stock Car series that we're doing it based off of. But in the future, we'll have the LRS Formula, LRS GT, and LRS Rally. And from those, we'll see who's going to be partaking in the Legends Endurance. And of course, if you win the Legends Endurance, you're a legend. And also, if you win the LRS Legends Endurance, that's also one of the 5 to get the LRS King, the King Challenge. If you get the LRS King Challenge, hey, you're an LRS King. That's a legendary status. So looking at the number 1 right here of Shiny, who after a very, very devastating race from multiple drivers, Shiny did an absolute genius. And at the finale, the final lap of the Dust by Dream race, Shiny was going against Zach. And what she did was incredibly smart. It was the exact same thing that Ark did back in the Eldora season opener, where she used a lapped car and used it against the driver behind her, basically giving her a gap between her, the lapped car, who was going slower, and the driver who's trying to catch up to her. And throughout that genius move, she got herself a victory at the Dust by Dream race. A fantastic, fantastic move. None by the number 1. Extremely smart. And yeah, she took the win right there. 100%, and I mean 1000% deserved after the numerous amount of wrecks that we have seen within that entire race alone. It was like 3 or 4 wrecks that we have seen within the Dust by Dream race. It was an absolute chaotic fest. And now we're here, round 6 for the GT race, where we're looking at Denny right here, the driver who was at the bottom of the field after a very devastating run. He got into a wreck with MTL. He did lose a lot of speed and a lot of distance, or lost a lot of time from the others. But yeah, he did get himself up there. Right. That's right. Now looking at Sam, the driver, with a total of 9 points in the championship. Not the championship leader, which is Artie, currently with a total of 17 points. And second is currently a tie between MTL and Shiny, who are both tied with a total of 13 points. And we have 7-9, Strash with 8, Zach with 5, Lintz with 5, Danny with 4, and Kanzi with 1. Still with 1. The driver is about to start his lap, or he's about to finish his lap in a minute. So currently looking at Ark on pole position with a 129, 7-1. Shiny with a 130, 127. And last time we were talking about that the invitation and the moments or everything else for all the other drivers are available. They could all choose wherever to join, as Artie currently shoots himself up all the way to 129, 972, right behind Ark. But yes, everyone else is already able to choose what they want to race in for the future of the LRS, as we already have a few confirmations, including rookies and drivers who have not even stepped a foot within the LRS Stock Car series. They have been behind the scenes. Some drivers who have already been in the past. Some drivers who are brand new. some drivers who are only done testing and are currently within or are going to be in the future of the series. As currently we are looking at Sam, of course, going to do the stock car series and the Formula series, Kanzi in the GT and Formula series. One of the drivers who was actually about to start at the M series, Saint Pluto, going to do the GT series and Rally series. We also have a new driver, Blake Ezioy, who will be doing GT and Formula. Renacci, another new one, doing GT and Rally. Draco doing stock car and Formula. Ark doing GT and Rally. JKR doing stock car and GT. And Viola doing GT and Rally. So we have a big schedule and a big list of drivers all ready to do different categories. And I'm really, really curious of what we'll see within the future of LRS. As even I am hyped. We did some testing, some test racing, some test liveries. All is currently going fantastic, I could tell you. The rally lineup is fantastic. We just need to get the cars ready. The GT is completely ready to do so. Formula is also completely ready to do. The stock car, I mean, for fuck's sake, what are you looking at right here? We've already been doing this for a total of like a couple, like borderline, like for a while already. We're doing this for 3 seasons already. We know how this shit goes. But that does also mean if we're going to open these, this race will not exist anymore, along with the LRS GT Challenge Dakota, because we'll have the drivers be chosen for the Legends Endurance through champions. So pretty much we'll have a total of 20 drivers partaking within the entire series. We'll have 4 being champions. So of course 4 times 5 is 20. So you'll get a total of 20 drivers partaking within the championship series or within the Legends Endurance. And all are champions within different leagues. But we'll also I'll also be talking about the Legends or the LRS King challenge. This is not an actual challenge. This is more so a challenge for race car drivers who really want to take it an extra mile and are extremely dedicated. They could do these 5 races, and if they do these 5 races, then they are the LRS King, or they're one of the LRS Kings of the entire like LRS ever. So to get that status, you need to win the Daytona finale in the stock car series, the Ghost of Aikina challenge in the rally series, which Daytona finale is of course the Daytona finale of the stock car series. The Ghost of Aikina challenge is a nighttime at Mount Aikina race, or yeah, it's a Mount Aikina race. Shortest time there wins. For the Formula series, it's the finale of Brazil. You win that one, you basically have another part. For the GT, it's the Nordschleife Open, and yes, we'll be racing at the Nordschleife. This is purely and it's called the Nordschleife Open because let's say Artie is not going to do GT and he's going to do Formula and Rally, for example. He could partake in that if he wants. He could partake within that race. So the open races will of course see a increase from 20 drivers to 30 drivers all partake within the race. And yeah, the winner of that, of course, gets the big one. But there are 3 of them in the series, but the big important one is, of course, the Nordschleife one. But yes, for drivers who are just partaking in the open drivers, the drivers who are not in the official GT series, they'll not get their points. They'll just get a status, like, you know, they either got a 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. As well, looking at Sam, there's a lot of people going into the pits. And I feel like we already have our runs ready for these drivers. I feel like we already have who we have seen. As Sam is coming over to the finish line, he's going to start his final lap. So we have less than 3 seconds remaining. And yes, these have to be the runs. Let's see if Sam could improve on his run. Really nice timing from the number 6. But yes, talking about the whole thing of what's it called? The series, the LRS or the open races. There's 3 of them. One of them being at Nordschleife, the other one being at Buffers, and the other one being at Road Atlanta. But the winners of those who are not within the LRS or who are not in the GT Championship, they'll of course just go there for the status, because that could also, you know, give you a cup, a special cup that you know, you don't have to be a driver there. Anyone could win that one, and that's what makes that one a tad bit easier, I would say. And then the fourth one is, of course, or the last one, excuse me, is winning overall at the LRS Legends Endurance. So you cannot do a GT3 win. You need to win overall, so including the LMP1 vehicle, and that pretty much sums up the LRS King Challenge for the future of LRS and all the other series that we'll see. So I'm very curious in the future who is going to be the driver to really go for that crown or go for that challenge. So looking at Sam coming over to cross the finish line, no improvement from him, meaning that it'll be Scratch, Artie, Shiny, and Sam, all 5 drivers competing here. Now for Shiny it will not count because Shiny already got a GT3, already got the invitation for GT3 because she won the GT challenge, so she cannot partake. But the big ones in this list are Ark and Artie, because Scratch has already won. He already has an LMP1 card. Sam also is part of the LMP1. Shiny already got GT. So it is between Ark and Artie, or Denny if he wants to. And that's the part where we're going to fix on the most, or we're going to be looking at the most through the entire race. Which of those two will get themselves a win here? Oh, and MTL could also partake within it. As for the LRS GT, we already have 3 drivers. We have Metro, we have Shiny, and we have Slaughternaut. Now for the LMP1, we have Scratch and we have Sam. Who's going to be the third one here? Oh, MTL immediately trying to dive in. Oh, is he going to overtake on the corkscrew? Oh, he did! Wow, he overtook on the corkscrew. Hey, oh, wow. Wow. Whoa, holy shit. That is pure skill right there. Overtaking on the corkscrew. What a legendary driver. That is not an easy feat, I can tell you that. As Linz is also trying to get ahead. Shiny not really bothered. Not even points-wise. She's not really into it points-wise since this is purely about the legends. So looking at Hansi also trying to partake in the fight right there. Artie already ahead. But Scratch, if Scratch wins, he could choose anyone to partake within the race. He could choose anyone to partake within the in the LMP1 race. Oh, now MTL trying to get ahead of Kanzi. On the corkscrew again. Does he have him? Oh, they got really close. MTL backed off. Kanzi defended. Mind you, Kanzi is an absolute god when it comes to defense. Looking at Ark in third. Far away from Artie. Now Lynn's trying to get ahead of the pack. Sam also trying to find a way to get ahead of Kanzi. Oh, and now Linz is rushing through the field. Can he get himself a fifth here? Yes, he can. Oh, MTL going really off. Now Consi on the inside. Can he get ahead of Ark? Yes, he can. Yes, he will. Lynn's about to do the same story. Lynn's also running through the field. Exact same way that Consi did. Consi now in third. Now it's up to him to really try to run ahead, to try to get close to Artie. But after he got close to Artie, it will not be even close enough to scratch. But the points still count. It's not all about the invitation and the LMP1 chance. No, it's still about. Oh, MTL keeps going into the sand. Shiny now immediately intervening. Does not work. Or does it? No, it does work. Oh, yes, it does. I forgot. We are talking about Shiny out of all people. The number one is a beast when it comes to driving. She now goes on the inside and is ahead of MTL. No, she's not. These two are still side to side going into the next turn. And now Shiny has him in his review, or has him in her review mirror. Waving white flag, one more lap to go. Scratch. He is destined to win this one. So now that all that there is left is just the points. See, as we are looking at the point, the one single point, the 1 point that could go to anyone within this field. And now MTL getting ahead is Shiny. Takes his spot back. They're both going into the final lap. As we are looking at Scratch coming over. Now to the straight onto the final turn. Waving the black and white checkered flag. And Scratch goes back to back, winning the Laguna Seca Legends. And Artie, the driver in second, although Scratch already got his invitation, he went back to back, but Artie in second. Coming over to the finish line and gets himself an invitation to the Legends Endurance. Kanzi in third, Linz in fourth, and Ark. Oh, Ark might lose the spot right here. No, he just blocked the number 12. And gets himself the final 5th spot, making that your top 5 here at Laguna Seca for the LRS Laguna Seca Legends Invitation Race. Congratulations to Artie for partaking within the LMP1 category for the Legends Endurance. We'll see you there, man.